Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us today for our Extension Kit Product Update webinar. My name is Ines. I'm a Product Marketing Associate at Unitfly, and I'm going to be your host for today. In today's session, our first speaker will be Dino Grgic. Dino is a software engineer at Unitfly, and he will present the latest developments in two of our add-ons, which will be in Extension Kit Core and the Extension Kit Document AI. After Dino, Bruno Dobrota will come to the stage, and Bruno will introduce you to our new product, which is a platform called Auclio. And Bruno is a product manager of Auclio at Unitfly. But before we dive into the main part, I'd like to briefly explain some changes that we have recently made in our branding. So we have refreshed our brand and product names in order to create a more unified and recognizable identity with clearer naming across our tools. So what was previously known as the Unitfly Extension Kit for M files is now Extension Kit. What was previously known as the Unitfly Toolkit for M files is now Extension Kit for M files. And as you can see now on the screen, Extension Kit for M files is now our core brand name, and it brings together 5 different add-ons. Which are Extension Kit Core, and this is our most popular and most recognizable add-on. But then also we have Extension Kit REST Object Type, Extension Kit Cloud Connector, Extension Kit Process Intelligence, and Extension Kit Document AI. And on top of that, we now have a new product which is called Auclio, and you will hear all about it later on. It's important to note here that only the naming of these products has been changed. The products themselves remained the same. So I believe we are now ready to start with the presentation. Feel free to ask any questions and leave comments in the chat box, and we will have a Q&A session afterwards. And also, I'd like to say that this webinar is being recorded, and the recording will be sent to you in a follow-up email. So this is it from me now. Dino, if you're ready, you're the first speaker, so can you come to the stage? Okay.
Hi. Hi, I'm Dino. I'm the developer, one of the developers on our Extension Kit products team. I'm now going to give you a little update of what we've been doing with the Extension Kit Core and Extension Kit Document AI. So agenda for this part of the webinar will be overview of Extension Kit Core 25.4.1 version, and then we will just go through our development plans and some news regarding Extension Kit Document AI, previously known as AI Document Kit. So firstly, let's go through Extension Kit Core 24.1 changes. We have a new model inside of Extension Kit Core, which is called Embedded Dashboards. Embedded Dashboards is a new model that allows you to put your own dashboards and your own external systems into side of metadata card. So this is just basically a UI add-on which works similarly to other Extension Kit modules in a way that you need to set up a rule. And when you set up a rule, it will show a new UI component based on that rule and based on the object type you are currently viewing. So for example, just as a visualization, because it would be maybe easier for you to understand what I'm saying, you will basically just set up a rule which allows you to embed a dashboard of your external system in metadata card, and then you can interact with the website or your external system. This could be a Power BI report. This could be M sign like it's here, or any external dashboard system that doesn't have a complex authentication scheme. So if your external system or website has a complicated authentication scheme that it redirects a lot of times when you're authenticating, this could not work in embedded dashboards, but for all simple authentication schemas and publicly available websites, you can embed them into M files. So the features that we added for this is like persistence. So anything that you change, everything will be cached. So when you look into embedded dashboard next time when you load the M files, everything will be saved. Object types. So for example, if you want to trigger embedded dashboard that it shows for certain object type, you can do that. You can filter by object type, classes, workflows, like most of extension kit rules. And then we have flexible URL configuration. So for example, if you want to pass to the URL of your external dashboard or website some data from object in that is in M files that basically triggered the dashboard view, you can pass in maybe ID or property of that object into the URL, so URL gets built dynamically. And what is important to notice is that this embedded dashboards module is supported only in the new mFiles web and new mFiles desktop clients. Regarding the features, a lot of new changes in document processing. First, that is maybe most noticeable in document processing is now that document processing is a trigger-based module. So it supports our usual triggers like object change, object metadata changed, enter state, left state, triggers like that you are already used to in Extension Kit. And then we have new actions, two new actions. One is converting PDF that is not searchable to searchable PDF, and other is adding digital signatures. So if you have your key, private key, maybe in the vault or someone stored in the disk, you can reference that private key and it will make a digital signature. And you can specify appearance of that digital signature on your PDF documents with HTML. So anything that can be rendered in HTML can be visualized in form of a digital signature on the PDF. A lot of changes like optimization of execution, and now you have a feature where you can have only one version made if you have multiple actions. So for example, if you are merging a PDF and then maybe you are adding a watermark and then you are adding a digital signature at the end, that won't be three different versions of your object. That will only be one version, and now we added that option. What is important to mention right here is if you digitally sign first and then you do some changes like split of the PDF file, your file may be corrupted and digital signature might be reverted because you just changed your file. So there is a warning if you cannot do all of the actions in one single go, because it doesn't make sense with the business logic. So for the data transfer, we added set property functionality and simple import. For WordWriter, we added option that you can insert multiple objects and multiple Excel object actions. For embedded dashboards, as I said, we added persistence. And for email notifications and auto properties, for email notifications, we added execution to an object specifically, so you can specify how many objects will hit the limit of execution. And in auto properties, we added now UTC expression that will give you in the property current date time, but specified to UTC 0 time zone. We also worked a lot on logging. So we are working on setting up external dashboard known as SEC for all of our customers, and we added a lot of tracing functionalities, so we can maybe in a better way follow how long the operations take time to execute, and what are parent and child activities of that operation. So for example, now in our external dashboards, we can follow when you execute the rule, how much time it will take for example, for document processing rule, how much time it will take to prepare the rule execution, and how much time it will take to do certain actions on the PDF itself. And we added a lot of that telemetry logs and tracing capabilities to all of our module types, so it's supported in all of Extension Kit. And then we added some useful kind of features that are general. For example, in the dashboard, we added a button to destroy task queues. So sometimes if your task hangs and you do a restart of the vault or you destroy the vault, but task stays in the queue, you can now just on demand click on destroy task queue button that will destroy your task queue. Also, we added option that you may disable or enable triggered by extension kit version label, which will be set up. So if you don't want to add triggered by extension kit value in your objects, you can disable that. All of these changes are available in our release notes on Extension Kit website, and you can see there is a lot of also bug changes and bug fixes that we resolved. For our next version, the biggest things that are in plan for the next version 25.5.0 is to add the delete action in object operations, so that you may delete files if needed and delete objects if needed. And then for HTTP integration, we are enhancing the performance of it, and we are improving the configuration of the HTTP integration. What we realized is there is a lot of set properties missing in HTTP integration, and maybe when you are creating new objects from HTTP integration, it kind of gets messy when you are configuring it. So we are refactoring that, so the configuration may be more easy to understand. And now to the Extension Kit Document AI. We have now finally a cloud validated version of Extension Kit Document AI 24.12, which is the free trial version that some of you already signed up for. Free trial version contains the pre-built invoice model metadata extraction, so you can set up metadata extraction from your invoices using the Azure Document Intelligence Service. Custom model classification, so we have some custom models that you may use if you want to classify your objects into invoices, NDAs, and contracts. Dashboard with additional information, so you can see how long your license lasts, and logs, for example, logging, licensing, stuff like that. Here is what is planned for the next version. So for the next version, we are working on making a VAF application that will work similarly to Extension Kit Core, which will allow you to set up rules and background operations for all of your Document AI features. So for now, because we have an interactive metadata layer application, you need to click on Analyze on each object and manually then review and set properties. But we are working on a VAF Extension Kit-like system that will maybe extract metadata for all of your invoices in the background, that will maybe classify all of your newly created documents, stuff like that. That is all coming in the next month or two. So this is just a short roadmap for Extension Kit Document AI. So you see that most of the features for the 25.4.0 version are already done. We are still in progress with some extraction operations in the background features, and then we are focusing on creation of classification models, incremental classification model learning, compound models, which are models which allow you to run classification and extraction of metadata in one turn, and the query fields for extraction. This is a new feature that was added for Azure Document Intelligence, which basically allows you that you extract metadata from the document if you specify what kind of metadata you are looking for. So basically, like a query search for document information. That is all for Extension Kit line of products. In the chat, you have a link that where you can download all of the Extension Kit lines of products. And if you're interested in free trial of Extension Kit, there is a type form in the chat that you can fill out, and we will send you a 3-week free trial so you can try out Extension Kit Document AI. That is all. I will now leave the stage to Bruno, and he will talk to you about our new product called Auclio.
Thank you, Dino. Let me just switch to the materials for the Auclio. All right. Hi, guys. My name is Bruno. I'm the product manager for Auclio, and today we're going to present you the product that we are building for the last 2 years. So, because we are already the MFALS partners and we have a lot of experience in both low-code development and also information management and document management, we kind of decided to build the platform that is called Auclio for building business applications on your own without any line of code needed. And it is the information management platform, so it takes the data from sources in order to create these business applications. When we talk about, let's say, architecture or the approach that we were thinking of when we were starting with the Auclio, the idea was to have, let's say, upper and lower part. In the upper frontend part, there is the UI design where you can create business applications within a platform. These applications, they consist of different entities. I'll talk about them in the next slide. And on the lower part, the backend part, there are integrations with multiple sources. From these sources, you take data, and with this data, you basically create applications and use the platform. So when we talk about how are you building these applications within the Auclio platform, the first thing is that there is a tenant entity. This tenant can contain multiple or just one application. These applications, they consist of one or more pages, and each page contains these components. We call them widgets, which store and present the data from your sources. So for instance, maybe there's a table containing all information coming from projects, or there's some form in which you fill in, and then you take the data back to the original source. And there's other widgets as well. So this allows you to build applications. They can be for internal usage, just for your organization, or this can be also external applications. So you can have some users that are outside of the organization, which can, for instance, let's say, fill some data and submit the forms. You will get the data, and then you can use data for anything you want. In our current roadmap, in terms of the integrations, we have the first connector with the MFALS. So this allows you to communicate with the MFALS in both ways, meaning that you take data from MFALS, so from multiple vaults. This can be vaults in the same application or in different applications. You can take as many classes as you want and properties as well. And you can present this data within the applications that you have. And if you want to edit some of the data, let's say you have a project manager application and you have some projects, if you want to change the project phase, you can do it from the application, and this new version of your information will go back to your M files vault as a new version. And through the M files, you can also integrate with the other connectors as well. On the other side, if there is let's say one or multiple cases or one or more applications in which you don't need to use M files because there is no data or there is no need to have data from M files, you can just create and store all the data in our database. And in our future roadmap, we are planning to cover other integrations such as the SAP, Salesforce, database, and Microsoft. So because we are developing this for a bit more than 2 years, we already have a huge library of features that we are building. Some of them were more enterprise grade as the permissions. Some of them were more for general usage. The two things that are outstanding are the widget library. We are now expanding more and more widgets or components in which you can present data and create applications such as the tables, forms, and similar. And also we have the wizards. This is the type of the application where you can basically create the whole workflow from which you can have the back and next buttons, and this will lead a customer through the, let's say, mFiles workflow. In our current platform, you can create applications by the low-code development or low-code editor. This would mean that you would use some API tool as the Postman, in which you would, for each entity like the application, widgets, pages, objects, and so on, you would have the structured JSON file in which you can create or edit or delete entities within the applications. However, we understand that this approach is just the MVP of our product, and our long-term goal was to have the no-code approach. So we are currently in a build-up of the no-code editor, in which you can you have different modules for creating applications, for editing applications, for creating pages, and all other components as the widgets, data sets, permissions, and so on. And by having this clickable approach, the no-code approach, you'll be able to build applications in days or weeks and to be able to create applications without any coding experience. Now I will switch to the other media that we have. This is the short video of the
Welcome
demonstration.
To Auclio. Here, we can see a set of business applications this company built with a Auclio platform, all without a single line of code written. Let's assume this user wanted to.
So you can see here that for a client, there are a couple of applications within a platform. They have the knowledge base, contract management, and various applications which they use, and they created each one. And if we now go into one of them, you will see how the data can look like in these widgets and components within these pages.
To a printer in his office. He first accessed the knowledge base application to find the user manual, but was still unable to connect them. He will then use a Auclio to request help from the IT department through the internal IT support application. A Auclio is perfect for building forms. This user.
You can see here that we have different components, the tables and the widgets, and you can have multiple pages, everything basically what your client or yourself decide based on the requirements.
Out this pre-ready form and send his request directly to the IT department. This way, the IT department will easily gather submissions, while users will be able to monitor the status of their requests. Let's go back to the homepage and wait for the feedback and help from our colleagues in the IT department.
Yeah, so that was pretty much it. If you're interested in our demo version, free trial version, and if you want to see the no-code, the development of applications, we'll be launching that really soon. So make sure to subscribe on our waiting list, which will be now in the chat. And thank you for your time.
All right, thank you, Bruno, and thank you, Dino, for your presentations. I'd like to invite you, both of you, again to come to stage, and we will have a Q&A session now. Everyone, feel free to ask questions and to leave comments so we can address them right now. So far, we have one question. And let's see what's the answer. So the question is, when is the new signed version of Extension Kit Core being released?
Yes, I can answer you that. I don't know how long we will still wait, but our cloud validation process with MFAS started. So for the version 25.4.1, we have a validation of signed version currently in progress. So we will notify you as soon as it is ready, but should be soon enough.
Great. While we're waiting for more possible questions, I'd like to just remind everybody that we also have our Extension Kit community, and I will paste the link to the chat box to the community. So if you have any questions or need our help to solve your specific use case, you can always use this community. All right, another question has come up. Please give us some real-world examples where Auclio provides value to our MFAS customers.
That's a great question. So you can see Auclio as I wouldn't say a competitor, but we are similar to HubShare and what they offer. So we see the first advantage of the simple UI, where you can create applications really easily, and they're all tied to the MFAS data. Some of the examples, the real world examples would be, so currently we have a customer with the project management application. They have, let's say, super users. They don't want to use MFAS, but they use MFAS as a backend, so they can have all calculations and all data stored. But they're using Auclio as their UI for the whole project management. Some of other examples could be the CRM, but also it would really depend on the domains. What is also important, because Auclio is a platform that allows you to customize these applications, then you can really specify the requirements and build applications based on the domains. So for instance, I told you about the project management app that was basically for pharma industry. So they already knew that solutions like Jira, Trello, and Sana wouldn't be sufficient for their domain. And when they're able to do the custom features, custom designs of the UI of the application, they realize the Auclio is a better choice for them.
Okay, thank you, Bruno. Here's another question, or rather two questions in one. What are differences between MFiles INO and Extension Kit Document AI? And what would be the best case of using Document AI?
So the difference is currently we are supporting only Azure Document Intelligence Service, which is Azure service that allows you to extract metadata from the documents itself. So we are not using any LLM technologies. We are focusing on this Azure Document Intelligence Service. The idea of Extension Kit Document AI in the future is that we add multiple services so you can maybe check if that service suits you for your specific use case. For Azure Document Intelligence, we verified that that service works really great with invoicing. So all of the invoices, you can extract the data really well with our service. And for example, we are now working on a use case for contracts where we are using these query fields to extract in a similar way in which in INO you would extract metadata with writing sentences, you will just write like short description and try to extract some data from the contracts in Extension Kit Document AI. So Extension Document AI, Kit Document AI focuses on like traditional ML services already existing AI services, and INO is more focused on LLMs. So that is basically the differences.
Okay, thank you, Dino. We will wait a bit more if any other question comes up. In the meantime, if you'd like to try Auclio yourself, very soon you will be able to try building applications with Auclio. So you can join our wait list for early access to the no-code editor mode, and it will be available very soon, and you will be notified as soon as it becomes available. The link to it, to the wait list is in the chat box. Okay, no questions for now. You can always contact us through our website if you want to discuss your specific use case, if you want to see how our tools can help you simplify or improve mFiles implementations, you can always contact us. And I'll paste the link to the contact form right now in the chat box also. All right. So I believe that's it. We can wrap this up for today if there are no more questions. The webinar recording will be sent, as we said, in the follow-up email, and one question came up. So the question is, what is the price level for Auclio?
All right, so in terms of the pricing, there are different layers, different tiers. It depends on the number of users. So the licensing model is per user per month. The more users you have, the licensing per user per month gets cheaper. So if we ignore the free trial version or the free version, the other ones would be ranging from 9 euros per month to, let's say, 5 euros per month, depending on the number of users. So the 9 euros per month would be, let's say, up to 20 users, and 5 euros per month would be around 1,000 or more users per month. Also, there are some data restrictions in the ways that there is the number of objects there is limitation for the free version, and also for the version that is up to 20 users. However, if you have any more interest in this, we can share with you the brochure regarding the pricing, and we can also have a call about this.
Okay, and another pricing question. What's the pricing level for Document AI, and are there any additional costs from Microsoft?
Yeah, what we are doing with the pricing for Document AI is that we are just adding a fee of 0.01 cent on every call that you are making for Extension Kit Document AI. So basically, in the pricing of Extension Kit Document AI, we are just adding the prices for all of the resources for Document Intelligence Service, and then just our fee for using our application. And for more details, you can contact us, and we will give you the detailed pricing level.
Exactly. Another question: can you have unlimited external users on a public interface in Auclio?
Yes, you can. The whole idea is just for a first thing, our licensing model does not have anything with the mFiles. So for us, you only need to have one mFiles license if you have a connector. So our licensing model is completely independent from the MFALs. And you can have as many as you want users. They are not part of your organization. And in this way, you can create the UI applications for storing data into the MFALs without paying for MFALs license.
Okay. As I said, you can join the waitlist for Auclio, and when it comes to the extension kit for MFiles add-ons, you can try them for free. And the link to the free trial form is in the chat box. So I believe that's it. Thank you, Dino. Thank you, Bruno. We have a comment. You're doing a great job for MFiles. Looking for the Auclio evaluation. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today, and thank you for your questions and comments. Until next time, goodbye, and have a pleasant rest of the day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.